Abdurrahman.
Hi, Divine.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Can you introduce yourself? Tell us your name and what area of tech you're in.
Okay, so my name is Abdullah Abdurrahman. I'm a product designer, UI UX, with 4 years of experience. So that's what I do basically.
Product design and UI UX. I did two different things.
So basically, we have product design in different sections, right, as regards industry. So in the aspect of design, we always start product design in bracket UI UX, in the sense that UI UX has to deal with the visuals, just what the user basically sees, the interface, right? Making sure that the interface is perfectly designed for users' usability. And why the term product design comes in when you have to deal with a business, the brand itself. So you have to align whatever design solution you're coming up with to the business goals and needs. So basically that.
Oh, wow, I never knew.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
yeah.
Hello guys, I know you're seeing a new face today, but yeah, so we just start to spice things up a little bit. So hi, I'm here today with Abdurrahman, right? I'm going to be asking a few questions about tech, his tech journey today, like Isa has been doing the entire time. So today, Abdurrahman, I'm going to ask you a question. What has been the hardest part for you, like the entire, since when you started your journey, what was the hardest part for you?
Okay, so tech skills varies, right? We have data science, we have networking, we have cloud computing, we have design, we have programming, right? And trying to find, your interests can take it all away.
Yep.
So you might be trying to do everything at the same time, only for you to spend so many years. So I think that was like the hardest challenge for me. So, but immediately I, clicked with design and just felt right where I should be.
So you just kind of clicked with design.
Yeah.
But what were you doing before you finally clicked with
Programming.
design? Interesting. There's how everybody thinks that they want to be smart. So the smart person just has to be doing programming.
Yeah.
But then there's so much detail into design. Do you know I can't do design?
I
don't think I'm built for it. I can't do it, but
yeah, it happens.
that's great.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm intrigued to have asked a follow-up question. Right. So I tend to speak really fast. I'm trying to
that's very cool, yeah.
yeah. So I'm intrigued to ask like a follow-up question, which is going to be, why did you go into programming? Why did you think programming was the thing you should go into since you're in tech?
Okay, so there was never really like any guide, from the start. I studied computer science, so I just had to like flow once in class, right?
Right, because that's all you've known,
yeah,
right?
Exactly. And this kind of thing that you want to come out having something that you can, grow on and at least have a skill, right?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I think 300 level, 400 level, there was this, mobile application gig that came up. So we had to like get a team ready full of designers and developers, right? So, the designers, they came up with the design for the mobile application. So, and we the developers now, right? So with my little knowledge of React,
back then.
exactly, front-end.
But that's why.
So I was like, okay, I can do this now. What's there, right? So then, while doing the whole front-end development, you have to get the design properly, into the interface. So I started noticing some things that are not really, like the colors, like the button inconsistency.
So you're just a natural at design. That was your thing.
Yeah, it just clicked from there, and I was like, okay. And I was still like trying to still push with the front end development until having to keep up with frameworks,
we always want to prove ourselves by being programmers. Like there's just that thing you want to like you can't be into tech and not know coding. Exactly. You just want to still prove a point, like I can code.
Yeah.
You don't have to. That's the thing people have to understand, really. You don't have to code.
True.
You don't have to code to be really good at tech or
Yeah.
to earn really good money in tech. That's one thing people really need to understand.
Exactly. And now in my design, there are like no code tools, so I can just transform my design to real solution, so that people can use the functionality.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
That's a question a lot of people ask me. Oh, Victor, I want to go into tech. Am I going to code? Now, funny enough, like people are running away from coding now.
Yeah, exactly.
Back then, people wanted to code so badly. But
True.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Thank you. So the next question, right, is going to be this. Drum roll. Sorry. All right. So, if you had to start your tech journey over again, what's the one thing you do differently and why?
Well, honestly, without proper guidance, you won't actually know where you actually, have deep interest as regards all the tech skills.
Yeah.
But in my product design UX, path, if I were to start all over again, I would say trying as much as possible to come up with projects that solve real problems. Yeah, instead of trying to
Studying to do apps.
yeah, trying to do my design, trying
my
to
God.
redesigning actually helps make your design skill to
Build that hand
exactly
like
to,
memory,
push it. Yeah.
muscle memory.
So, but after a while, you have to start trying as much as possible to look at real problems and see how you can solve those problems with your design solution. So I think that's what I would do if I were to start over again.
That's interesting.
And to
So-
not procrastinate.
Yeah, that's a very, very strong point.
Honestly.
I think you just listed like a lot of really strong points, which is number one, having a guide, right? Secondly, you have to solve a problem with your skill, because that's when you actually stand out.
True.
The third one is do not procrastinate. That
Honestly, it gets the
Jesus.
best of us, but if you can try,
Everybody.
You hear a lot of guys that are made in tech, and they'll tell you one day at a time, like just make sure you do something relating to your tech skill. If it's design, if it's programming, anything, you wake up that day, just do something over and over again. You see, it builds up. It does a lot, honestly.
Yeah, you know what you said now just really resonates with me, because recently I've been building like a lot of projects, and do you know how you're just building projects, you're just building, you're actually not shipping anything.
Yeah.
And then I saw a video where it's like, bro, you have to actually ship something. Like there's this perfectionist mindset that we all have. Like it doesn't have to be perfect. You're still learning. Like just push it first.
Push it, yeah.
Push it like that, and
see
then when you say
people-
like, I could improve this and this, but then you have something out there, bring it back again, improve something, and push the next one out. This time there's just starts. You're not getting burnt out.
And if you want it to be perfect, sorry for continuing.
No, that's true.
Yeah, if you want it to be perfect, you'd see that because of the time you wasted, someone has already come up with that solution.
Let's not even stop to that.
So it happens.
Yeah, that's really, really important. But now I have a follow-up question.
Yeah.
So in my field, we know what we call solution solving.
Yeah.
In your field, when you say solve, like provide a solution to a problem, what problem would you see? Like, what are the problems in you're a designer now, for example, your product design,
Yeah, product design, exactly.
right?
Yeah.
So now, if you say a problem, what's the context of problem? What does it mean in your field?
Okay, so for example, as regards product design, right, you're looking at real life situations, and all the digital solutions that we have, be it a website or web app or web application, they are basically interface solutions that solve problems. So for example, now like the Bolt app, it makes you to other rides, so you don't have to start trekking in hot sun to get a ride or something like that. So now in the design phase is created so that the development aspect will not have so much to do. And we as product designers, UI UX, we love the users so much, and that's why our niche is very, very important. So the fact that we know the users much more than anybody in that phase of development, we know what they want, we know how to attend to their problems better, and we know the best solution to find to them. So when you have that interaction with the user and you get to do a survey, and you get to understand that okay, these are the challenges they're facing, then you come up with something that can ease that issue.
I see.
So that's how
So I kind of
problem to
understand
solution
what you
phase
guys do now. So imagine I go to my Bolt app and it's impossible to use.
Exactly.
There are applications that are so annoying to use.
Yeah.
Like imagine an application not having dark mode. I'm into tech. It drives me crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like why does it not have dark mode?
That's the trend.
So that's like
now.
a problem.
Yeah. So if you're not following that trend now,
That makes sense. That makes a
then
lot of
that-
sense. Now I
yeah.
understand it. Thank you very much, Abdul Rahman. It was really, really great having you. What's the one thing you would say if I was starting tech, or for someone who's starting tech out there? What's the one thing you would say to them to encourage them to keep going or to start? Because me, I know how many times I cried to my mother. God knows, it's not funny.
Yeah. Actually, I would say, just try. Because if you don't try, you won't even know if you're good or not. Because I was actually thought I was going to study medicine at first. Yeah.
I feel like we have to interview you separately for that conversation. Because
Yeah.
what?
I tried I was going to study medicine. Like the
Oh my
hype from
God.
childhood has been
Okay, that thing that happens to all of us.
Exactly.
I want to be a lawyer, by the way. But let's not talk about that.
So after the whole journey through school and everything, and fortunately, I was in a good environment because I finished from 9 university. So yeah,
Oh, no wonder you
Yeah,
have.
so that interest of tech because of the environment itself and trying to encourage students to have at least a tech skill.
Mm.
So with that, it gave me that interest to want to go into tech. So like I said earlier, just try. Even if you don't have the environment I'm talking about,
Yeah.
even if you're in a federal university and all of that, just keep
Mhm.
pushing, because I know a lot of guys that came out of federal university and are balling now. So just, it's not even a whole thing, right?
Yeah.
So but if at all you have the desire to go into tech,
Mhm.
just take
Try.
it. Could be programming, you could start, just try and be consistent. It could be overwhelming, you
Oh, yes,
might
it
find
is.
it hard, but try. And if you feel you're one that wants a one-to-one tutorship, you
Mhm.
can try that, if you have the means. But if you're not, you can go on YouTube channels. Like, there are a whole lot of tech courses out there, so you can just watch the video and practice.
That's
Okay.
actually really, really very. That's really profound.
Yeah.
Do you know why? Do you know why I said no wonder when you said you came from Nile?
Yeah.
Because I have a cousin who finished from a federal university. I'm not even going to say their name. That nigga couldn't even write code, like at all.
I actually transited from federal university to private
That
university.
nigga couldn't write code at all. But yeah, I get what you're trying to
Yeah.
say. I think at the end of the day, it's just if you actually want to do it, you do it.
Yeah, true.
Right?
True.
If you want to build yourself, you build yourself. Like irrespective of, like, nothing is going to stop you, irrespective of your surrounding. If you want to actually work on yourself, you will.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I use
exactly.
YouTube. I use a lot of places to learn tech. I started in cybersecurity. I started doing hacking first.
Nice.
Yeah, and I used YouTube until I met like my really wonderful instructor.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you actually want to work on yourself, you will. Thank you very much, Abdullah. It's really
Yeah.
nice to have you here
Yeah,
again.
thank you.
Nice to meet you, bro.
Yeah.